Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my channel, friends. In today's video, I'll be discussing a method of plasmid isolation. This method is particularly useful for Gram Positive Bacteria. It uses Lysozyme or Mutanolysin and was first introduced by Hammer in 1984. It starts with obtaining 4 milliliters of 24 to 48-hour-old culture and subjecting it to centrifugation. A pellet is obtained. This pellet is resuspended in 10 ml of fresh media. It is then incubated for 2 hours at 37 degrees centigrade and then centrifuged again. At this step, you may transfer the pellet in Eppendorf or you may proceed in test tube. Add 1 milliliter of cold 25% sucrose, 0.05 molar tris and 5 millimolar EDTA into the pellet and incubate on ice for 10 minutes. In the next step, you must add 75 microliter of either Mutanolysin or Lysozyme into this solution and incubate on ice for another hour and centrifuge. In the following step, 500 microliters of lysis buffer, which contains about 4 ingredients, is added into this solution. 1 milliliter of this solution is then separated into another Eppendorf or test tube, whatever you are using, and 10 microliters of 10 normal sodium hydroxide is added to it. It is then heated at 62 degrees centigrade for an hour and then it is cooled at room temperature for 15 minutes. Then we proceed to the next step, in which 50 microliters of 2 molar tris is added into the solution once again to maintain the pH and mixed gently. After this, the addition of 70 microliter of 5 molar NaCl is done and then solution is again gently mixed. If you were using a test tube, it is advised to transfer the solution into an Eppendorf from now, because extraction is done in this step using 500 microliter of phenol, which is saturated with 3% NaCl. It is mixed until emulsification is done at room temperature for 5 minutes. Then we move on to the next step, in which 300 microliters of chloroform are added into the solution and mixed. It is centrifuged at room temperature for 5 minutes for the purpose of phase separation. This separated phase basically contains your required plasmid. 600 microliters of chloroform isoamyl alcohol solution is added into the upper phase which you have collected and centrifugation is done once again. The aqueous phase is then subjected to ethanol precipitation and voila, you have your isolated plasmid. Thank you for watching the video. I hope it proves useful.